Everyone, this is Stevie Richards, and in today's video, we have a full review of this right here, the Teeter FitSpine LX9 Inversion table. We also have a second product that we're going to have a dedicated review on, which is currently in the garage gym. That is the Teeter Dex 2. So besides the two dedicated review videos on the LX9 and the Dex 2, we're also going to have a detailed comparison video between these two Teeter models to see which fits best in my health, wellness, and fitness journey, and which may fit best in yours. So please subscribe, click the bell to get notified, like and share this video, let people know about it if it's useful to you. But this is very useful to me. Inversion has been a big part of my wrestling career and especially post-wrestling career. And just to give you a little bit of background, I used to travel for many years during my full-time wrestling career and then my part-time one post-WWE with the Teeter gravity boots. These are inversion boots. I used to take them into the gyms when I traveled on the road, and even when I was home, take them to the local gym. And then even most recently had them in our previous apartment gym when we had it in a spare bedroom. So I decided to upgrade to a dedicated inversion table. I'm going to give you some of the benefits and also maybe some of the drawbacks of the gravity boots. Most notably, the comfort, or should I say discomfort, with my ankles and shins over time using those gravity boots. And this should solve that. We've been using this for about a week now since it arrived and really been enjoying myself and my wife. Two very different heights. It's very easy to go between multiple users. So we're going to talk about that as well. I haven't quite nailed down the balance yet. Hopefully we'll get a good take out of this one, but it's just trial and error. And really there's very detailed instructions, not only that we keep attached to the LX9, but also the Teeter Move app pretty much walks you through everything and also takes you through classes, not only on the LX9, but some of their cardio equipment and strength equipment as well. So, and it's completely free, no subscriptions, no in-app subscriptions, I should say. God, I'll pronounce that correct. No in-app subscriptions. There we go. So it's good that it's 100% free because both of these inversion devices, this one and the Dex 2, they're not cheap. This is basically the top of the line, the LX9. So I decided to get this to see what the value and the quality is. But the app definitely gives you that value and quality for absolutely no added cost. So the LX9 arrived in less than a week via FedEx ground, and thank God it was just before Hurricane Ian got here, so we were able to get this box as well as the Dex 2 at the same exact time. The boxes weighed just under 70 pounds, so for the LX9 it's around 67, around the same for the Dex 2. We'll get to the details in that dedicated review, but this is very manageable. I was able to drag it into this living room area and then start the assembly process of the FitSpine LX9. Now the LX9 comes 85% assembled, which I was very, very happy to see. And it took about 30 to 35 minutes for one person, myself, to assemble. And what makes it super easy is the Build app. And if you're familiar with that, you remember I used the Build app to assemble the climber, vertical climber, made it really easy. This is definitely a game changer in assembly to be able to follow it, be able to pinch, rotate, see the parts that you need. The Build app makes everything much easier. And I really do hope that every company I deal with moving forward uses this Build app as the assembly hub for their equipment. It really does make it a lot easier to follow along and not miss any steps in the assembly. So let's start with the bottom of the LX9 and then work our way to the top of the inversion table, going through all the features and specs. And I'll give my opinion on each of these because, like I said, this is not a cheap inversion table, so I want to make sure you have all the information from this review video. So starting with the platform, might not seem like a big deal, but without this platform, you're essentially kind of hopping off or doing a mini jump off of the inversion table. So this allows you, or into it also, this allows you to stand on this and then safely get in, and even more importantly and safely get out of the inversion and be able to go back to a hard surface. This is pretty hard right here, and also it is slip proof but not hair proof. There's some extra hair on there I'm shedding with my long hair. but this is definitely a nice touch right here. And then we have the foot pedals right here that you can see go all the way around in a 360 motion that makes you kind of dial in the height that you're going to put the next part in, which is why we went with a dedicated inversion table over the boots this time. And that's these ankle cuffs or ankle protection pads right here to be able to go into the inversion safely. You just press the button, come up here, and then it clicks into place according to the thickness where you're going to have pretty much, I go as low as I can towards my Achilles heel there to be able to get in the inversion, not have any pressure on my ankles. And I do feel it in my shins. I have shin splints anyway, no matter what I use. But this definitely over the past week has not been as painful as the boots. And obviously the boots, you don't have the table in order to get out of it or into it safely. You got to kind of do a sit up to the pull-up bar that you're hanging from. So this is definitely right now makes these three things right here make it already a lot better and safe and efficient than just having the gravity boots. So let's talk about setting the height, but more specifically, let's go through the steps, which they have numbered very prominently, not only here, but on the left arm up here. And we'll show that also in the B-roll. But you can set your height, and it says right here, let's see, 5'1", so under 4 foot, I guess 4'9", because you have 9 inches here, and then you have 5 feet, and I'm 6'2", so I have it right up here, and they say about an inch over, so I have it set to 189 centimeters, 6'3". We'll see how that is, because that looks pretty long to me. I had it much too short in some of our testing off camera before I looked at the Teeter Move app, which told me these really important facts. I'm sure the instructions over here tell you as well, but the app makes it super easy to find what you want and then watch a video on it. But remember, 1 is set height, 2 is set the angle. We're going to talk about the strap. If you don't connect the strap, you're going to go into a full inversion. And then of course, 3, definitely make sure your ankles are locked. But I like that. And also the numbers, they look upside down from the camera, but if you're up against the inversion and looking down at your ankles, they're actually right side up. So that little touch right there is really awesome, and I can appreciate that. So here it is, the second step with the set the angle step to get ready to do inversion. And this is if you don't want to do a full inversion, you can set this strap up, and it's color coded right here between red, green, and orange in the middle. So red, orange, and green, and you can set that up for angles right there. So it'll set an angle up to whatever you need, or if you just want to do a full inversion, which we're going to try, right there, disconnect it, leave it down there, and you're able to do a full inversion based on the height settings. But if you're not sure, always start with this. This is where we started, and my wife is still doing the limited angle because she's just not, I'm used to getting dropped to my head and being upside down. She's not so used to it. So this is definitely a good safety tool right here on the LX9. So these two handles right here are very useful, especially if you're going to engage that safety strap and not do the full inversion on the LX9. You push on this. So say I use the safety strap, I push down on these and I can get extra traction on my spine, which definitely on my lower back, sometimes I want more traction than inversion. So the ability to be able to kind of configure this and find the sweet spot on what you need that day or throughout your course of prehab, rehab, trying to figure out how you can decompress your spine. These two handles right here, this feature is definitely useful. So here we have the lumbar feature on the LX9, and this here just basically goes in like that, and you can configure it this way, and it feels like the plastic's going to break, but it's not. It's going to bend very easily, and as you use it more and more, it becomes more pliable, but it's still pretty hard right there. So for my wife and myself, I can pretty much adjust this to any part of my spine I need to. You hook it in the bottom part, do that, and you're ready to go. Now you're wondering what these blue things are. These things are for acupressure. So I haven't seen too many people using the lumbar and these together. I put them on here but you can take this off and then you can hook these up and they slide up and down. Once you twist them in and they fall down, all right, so they can fall off. But once you do the installation of these right here, I can put them anywhere I want, whether it's up here, down here, and then I just turn and tighten and it stays right in place. Same with this one. They could fall off, but you slide them up and down the channel. It comes with quite a few of them. You can even go all the way down here. So wherever you want to go, you can hit whatever sciatica or any other acupressure points, even up towards your neck. This pillow's here, but it comes off very easily. I can put an acupressure point up here at the base of my traps or another part of my spine. So you can put them all up and down here and fill it in, take off the lumbar. I think that kind of takes you out of using these. So it's one or the other from what I've seen other users who can benefit from this. But the lumbar thing benefits me a little bit more right now. And like I said, it's very easy. If you want to go with one or the other, you can do that. The LX9 has a neat little accessory storage thing right there. So you can put your cup, you can put your drink, you can put your phone, whatever you want to put there, and it goes right up against there. So it's a nice touch to have that there if you want to store anything. Obviously, when you're getting out of that, you don't want to knock your drink over, but it's good they put a cup holder or some kind of storage caddy right here for you. All right, so let's try a full inversion without this safety strap engaged. The weird part is I had to go shorter, at least it feels like I do, as far as setting my height to get into the full inversion. So let's just come back here, go all the way back, use our arms, and go all the way here to underneath. It just feels like it wants to come and kind of go all the way up again. So I'm not sure. I'm going to hold on to the bar here, get my inversion. It feels like I need to shorten it even more because it wants to come back up this way. So this is just after a week. I mean, I'm feeling the benefits of either doing the partial inversion or this, the full inversion, but I got to get the height setting down enough. I'm losing my voice. The height setting down enough because it wants to bring me back up here, but I'm balanced this way, and then I bring my arms, and I'm actually able to bring those behind the bar there, but I'm not in a full upside down inversion. So just little tweaks, not bad. I mean, I feel my spine, man, my spine is definitely elongating doing this just from the video today, filming it, but over the past week for sure. So, oh man. So I wanted to save this feature of the FitSpine LX9 for last because you could look at this and go, well, there's one negative with this inversion table. It has a lot of positives, but the one negative is the footprint. This thing is huge, takes up a bunch of space. How's this going to be in my home, especially here in the living room? It just takes up a lot of space. We can move it towards the chest freezer, towards the wall, but it's still in this form a monster. Well, when this arrived, I thought the same thing. Then I looked at the instructions and I realized you can actually fold this inversion table up. So all you need to do, bring that in, put the height all the way up like this, make sure it's in there, and then you can basically take the table, fold it all the way this way, and then the back feet just come up into it like this. And there you go. So we could slide this, watch your hands, all the way back to the wall, and then bring it up here, and then have everything we need in a very small footprint. So drag it from the front. It's not super non-cumbersome. It's a little cumbersome to get back here, but I just want to show you now from the front. We push it back here. And it's literally that now clears up this entire space for us to be able to have that. So basically that is right up against the wall right there, nice and easy. And I'll show you in the B-roll how far it sits out from the wall, which is nothing at all. And that platform, even with that engaged, it doesn't sit that far off the wall and there's plenty of room to move around. So that about does it for this initial full review of the Teeter FitSpine LX9 inversion table. Just another shot for reference. I really do think the feature of being able to fold the LX9 up and put it against the wall and get it out of the way is definitely a huge game changer and deal maker when it comes to a full inversion table like this one. And you see it right here, the LX9 Tempo Studio and our chest freezer. Technically the dining room, but everything with our brand tends to be part of the home and garage gym type of category. So speaking of which, we have some news about the garage gym that we may be expanding the business. So please stay tuned, stay subscribed, click the bell to get notified. Also, getting back to the LX9, I knew what to expect from the Teeter brand. I've used their inversion boots and other inversion tables over 15 years. Over the past 15 years, I've used the Teeter brand. It's basically the brand when it comes to inversion. So I was familiar what to expect from the LX9, but it's far exceeded my expectations. So highly recommended. As a matter of fact, Teeter is now an affiliate of Stevie Richards Fitness. It's definitely on the recommended brands list at StevieRichardsFitness.com. Link for our affiliate link, well, that would be the affiliate link. Our affiliate link will be in the description below for the LX9. And then when we put the Dex 2 review up, stuff like that, it will definitely be in all the descriptions from this point forward. Teeter's an amazing brand. Highly recommended. Please use that affiliate link. Sometimes you will save money, but each and every time you use that link or any of our affiliate links, you help support the content here at Stevie Richards Fitness. And for that, we are forever grateful. Most importantly, God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.